Technical difficulties, everybody. Yeah, we're just a little small YouTube podcast trying to make it.
Hey guys, welcome to Mean Mugging and Games. We are on our next episode. We are on episode 6 now. Wow. Okay, so it's on it for 6 weeks. We're gonna keep this short and sweet. We got a couple little things we want to talk about, but there's not like a ton of news right now in the TCG world. But before we start, as always, what are you mugging? I'm gonna have you go first.
I've got a classic cup here. Nothing special with the classic tried and true Coca-Cola Zero. What about you? What are you mugging?
You always have like just the classic tried and true whatever. I, on the other hand, am bringing not something interesting this week, just a Sweetwater IPA. Nothing amazing, just a classic IPA. It's a good one. Gotta take a drink. I actually got these at Costco. I got like a multi-pack thing. And the funny thing is that they come in pints and only in pints. So I opened up the box and was like, whoa, that is huge. So our first topic here, real quick, is FaB Worlds. So it was announced. The big news in it, and I haven't looked at all of the details, but I did see Zach Bunn from Team Covenant tweeted out that the last 5 rounds that decide who gets in the top 8 is Blitz, which feels terrible and sort of a slap in the face to any of the competitive scene.
I have no idea what you said, but I think you said was last 5 rounds is Blitz?
Yes. Last 5 rounds is Blitz. It's pretty terrible. And I don't understand why. Because then the very definition on their website says that Blitz is for fun. And it's not a competitive one.
Yeah, I don't understand that, and to be biased, I think you're in the same boat with me. I think we both like Classic Constructed a lot more, and I know you are very fond of Commoner, so yeah, Blitz, LSS, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Commoner's technically supported, so let's slap in Commoner if you want to get all of the formats in there.
Right? UPF too while we're at it.
Yeah.
Let's throw it all in there, man.
The top 8, in order to get to the top 4, you got to win in UPF.
I'm down. Let's do it. Let's go.
So I haven't read the full article. I just saw that. I know that article just hit, so I'm just critical of that. That seems kind of weird. But
yeah, prices prices for the packages are kind of high, especially because I kind of looked at the world's cost is like $200 if you there's criteria to actually play in the world's event, and then of course you have your call-in event, which is $150, and then there's other packages, but long story short, yeah, I'm not too fond of that whole Blitz thing, but Worlds, I'm going to be there. San Jose, California. Mike Umstead is coming. The San Jose, the represent Mean Mugging Games and Team Kitchen Fable and Gulf Coast Hobby, and yeah, we're just going to go out and have a blast.
Yep. So our next topic we have is Kryptik is delayed slightly because I think it was supposed to come out like.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
There's a Kryptik, yes. Delayed? No.
No. Because I think it was supposed to hit
it's only delayed. Yes, but it's only gonna be delayed a week. So it's not really that bad. Tanner's really doing a solid job in my opinion. The man, was a full on firefighter. Quit his firefighting of 10 or 12 years to support Kryptik. And I think he's doing a phenomenal job, and I'm very excited for these booster decks that are coming out here in next couple weeks. I'm going to say 2 or 3 weeks. I believe they're supposed to be shipping down anywhere from the 22nd to the 29th of August, and then we should have them at our doorsteps.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for Mean Mugging and Games, we're going to have it and Gulf Coast Hobby to bring it into the local LGS for us to play and show it off. And I can't wait for it, man. I'm so stoked for Kryptik.
So, and for those that don't know, so they're coming out with this thing called booster decks, and these are going to be phenomenal because it like takes the idea of Keyforge and Soulforge of an algorithm driven deck, and that's what it does. There's no foils and none of that, but it has an algorithmic deck that's created so you can just immediately take it and play it in limited. So you don't even need to like
Yep.
go buy a box and let's draft or this or that. You can go, and I think the object is to make them to like $7 to $10. So you're spending $7 to
Mm-hmm.
$10 on this deck, and you're immediately ready to just go in and play. And because it's an algorithm, the deck is actually going to, it's not just like randomly generated cards or semi random, it's an algorithm. So the deck is made to play cohesively. I think that is just a really good. I'm so glad. I didn't know they were doing that until a couple of weeks ago, and that made me even more excited because I think that's probably the only way I'm going to play it. Like, I like the idea of, hey, let's put together, pull cards and put together a crazy deck or whatever, but I'm all about, like, how can we even the playing field? Um, and the fact that it's like, hey, we're going to do a Cryptic Night. Everybody spend $10, buy this deck. Now let's slam some games. I'm all about that. I love that. So I'm super excited. And so hearing that it's a week or two out further makes me a little bit sad. But hey, I'll take a couple week delay to have an awesome product.
Yeah, for sure. And then also he also released just like how uh, FaB does their armory kits. Kryptik has Kryptik called Kryptik crates, and it's gonna be another organized play thing. You know, you're playing for, I guess, as play mats and special promo cards, whatnot. But like I said, it's one of those games, it's an in-betweener for me. FaB is my competitive game. Kryptik's going to be my fun, just chilling with the guys game. That along with sorcery. Like I said, man, I am super stoked for Kryptik. I can't wait for it to come out.
All I know is those booster decks, like you.
In the booster decks, like you said, $7-10 just to get an algorithm, deck that's generated, just for you to, have fun and just,
Dude,
yeah, man. I mean, the dude's got it going on.
yeah.
He's nailing it.
Well, because that, like, FaB is doing that kind of, they want to get people in through their blitz decks, right? Those blitz decks are terrible. They really are. You look at Joromite, doesn't even include a rare dragon. Like, are you kidding me? Um,
Mhm.
they're fun. Like, they were fun when they came out, and I was like, oh, this is great. And they're way better than a lot of starters. But, like, hey, if FaB had a algorithmic generated deck, here, go play this, you better believe I'd be all over that. And the fact that Kryptik is doing it, so I can do one of two things with that. I can either A, keep the deck intact, throw it into my collection, and be like, hey, let me do this. Or B, I can be like, hey, I'm just gonna rip apart this deck and add these cards to my collection after this. So like I have two options with this.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
So all right, well that's all our topics. Like I said, a quick one to this week.
It was a very quick one
Super
with
quick.
technical difficulties on the internet.
Yeah. Well, that's part of it. I'm like, all right, we gotta go before we actually like lose it. Um, so, any last words before we head on out?
No, tomorrow's Friday. Can't wait to hopefully see you tomorrow. Maybe kind of switch it up from the old tried and true here to an actually
Real big.
beverage. So
I'll bring you
look forward to that. And then
a
what you bring me?
420. So it's a 420. So 420 is Sweetwater's flagship, but now they have a 420
Mhm.
infused one. So like 420 infused, if you get my drift. is kind of the whole
Yeah.
point. I don't like it, but a lot of people like it. So I'll bring one of those and a couple other ones so you can at least try it and decide if you like it. A lot of people love it. I'm not one of them.
Good deal.
But
yeah,
it's worth
man,
it. It's
and
worth
if
trying.
you come tomorrow, I think maybe some gameplay. Maybe we could play either a commoner game or a blitz game of FaB, and then maybe bust out some Kryptik booster decks or test packs here, and play a little bit of Kryptik.
Is that a demo deck or is that a test pack?
Yeah, that's the demo deck that Cobb has that we played with before. So
nice.
Just get a couple games in, show it off.
Whatnot. Cryptic. But all right, guys, have a great night, or evening, or morning. I say that every time, but I will continue to say that. Be good to yourself and be good to each other.
Peace.